cute was that series intro. Thank you very much for that, Ruby. I absolutely love it. For those of you who are new here, my name is Melanie. I'm 31. I'm Irish. Last year I had a COVID wedding and a pandemic baby, my first baby. And as I explained in this video here, I want this series to be a sort of coming to terms with what happened last year and slowly moving toward better mental and physical health kind of series. And I'm really excited to bring you all on this journey with me. I want it to be interesting to people who haven't just had babies, because let's be honest, we've all just kind of gone through a collective trauma. We all need to refocus our energy, to protect our energy, and to kind of, you know, feel part of something positive. Yous absolutely loved the monthly vlogs I used to make back in 2018, 2019. I really miss them as well. And virtually hanging out with thousands of strangers definitely beats not being able to hang out with anyone. So let's go and do that. And thumbs up please if you're excited for this series. Comment anything that you want to see more of, less of, down in the comments. That's it, that's my intro. It's starting. Sexy porridge. Happy New Year. I've been awake since 6 a.m. and we're in full lockdown.
Yeah.
We're not bringing that lockdown energy into this year. We're not doing it. Today is for making a plan. Do your poo-poo. I don't want this year to just become a big blur, because a lot of last year was a blur. Do you agree?
Yeah. There was lots of good things, but in between all those things, I don't really know what happened. If anything.
This happened. I'm covered in dirt. So what we're all going to do is we're going to just get a notebook, a plain notebook, any kind of, like a copybook even. Oh, bless you. Before we go to get a notebook, I have to sort out that desktop. Look at the state of it. Cozy, wozy, 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 wozy. Who is cozy, wozy, 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 wozy? Oh, the big smile. We're out for a walk, put Mozart for babies, and we get it. Pop it in down Brian in the buggy so he can have a nice Mozart party. Our son is teething at the moment, so our sleep. What sleep? Don't know where it went. This year, it's gonna be about avoiding walking in the puddles. Let's use that analogy. I think last year I did an alright job at coping with the whole pandemic situation, but I definitely spent too much time worrying about things that aren't in my control. And if you're prone to anxiety, my biggest kind of tip ever would be, when you're feeling like that, focus on what you can control. I'm able to make myself go for a walk because I'm the only person who controls my legs, and I know that going for a walk makes me feel good. We're back from the local supermarket and I bought this notebook thing. Cheap as chips, like just bog standard plain lined paper. I know it's like duh and straightforward, but the simple act of writing things down is the only way I ever accomplish anything. I personally need to commit myself by putting pen to paper or just typing it out on my computer, but I prefer to write it down, like properly write it down. That's how I've started every single positive life transformation to date. It is so tied to manifestation, which we will cover in this series. I'm very big on that. I believe ending up where I am now was no accident. Like getting my honours degree, bagging an amazing life partner, losing 60 pounds, managing all of the mental health issues I've experienced, bloody getting published not once but twice, and I have a contract for another novel. Getting that finished this year is a big goal. To juggle that with a baby. My next book is going to be called Glass Houses, and it's turning into like one big metaphor for 2020 isolation. But yeah, I always start with a notebook. We can all access pen and paper, and I'll be using a page or half of a page a day, but at the start of it I've written this year, this month, and then I've got like what I want the daily pages to kind of look like. This year, and what we'll be covering in this series, I want to get stronger and more fit. I want to finish writing my book. I want to be consistent with my skincare, because birth and hormones from that and a lack of sleep and everything, winter, like my skin is so dry, and I was so inconsistent with skincare for months. So I feel like I've set myself back. Now, right, I need to establish a solid hair care routine to help with the postpartum hair loss. So my hair is gone so thin and limp, and it's really upsetting me. It's not something I expected. Like, this is all there is left. It was so thick. It's coming out in handfuls every time I wash it. I had no idea how common postpartum hair loss actually is. If you look it up on Google, like, women go bald, like they get bald, big bald patches, and they have to like color in their scalp and, you know, wear wigs and hair extensions and all. I don't know how bad it's going to be because I'm not even 4 months postpartum, so this could get a lot worse. I want to do more sober activities with my friends that are COVID friendly, like, you know, social distance walks and stuff like that. I really believe you have to make an effort to sustain friendships over the years. I want to keep uploading at least one YouTube video every 10 days. So with that, there's like planning and then the filming and then the editing and working that around all the baby's naps and stuff. I want to be present and practice mindfulness at all times when possible with my son, and just be like the best mommy that I can be. You're doing it! You're doing it, mister! Oh my god, you're doing it! And this year I want to support Irish businesses when possible. On my this month page, it's kind of taken everything a little more narrow, so it's a bit more bite-sized, a little more like easy to chew. So I've written out the videos that I have to organize doing so that I can keep them in my head, you know, and I have a Google schedule that my manager and I kind of like write things down in. I have to write at least 3,000 words a week, right up until my book deadline really, and I'm going to be writing in the evenings while my baby is asleep. So he goes down for the night at like 6 or 7 and he stays down. Hopefully that lasts, but that's my only really window to concentrate, because his naps aren't long enough and it takes me quite a long time to even just get into the headspace to be able to write. Daily walks, like walking every day. I want to strength train 3 days a week, and now I'm talking easing into exercise again after having a baby. Like, I've given myself quite a long time to chillax and recover or whatever. I want to steam my face every Sunday, like put my face over like boiling water and put a towel over my face to just like steam out my pores. Skincare every day and night. So even if it's like a really basic quick skincare routine, I just want to do that every day. In terms of reading, I've really fallen behind, but audiobooks get me through. So I want to play audiobooks on walks or while I'm doing exercise, or even if I'm in the shower or whatever, just like whenever I can press play on my audiobook. I have a few Audible credits actually I have to use up. 1 hour a day of quality time with my husband, like right before bed. That's probably going to be our slot. If any of you know how to address the cat nap situation during the 4-month sleep regression, do let us know. Then we'd have a lot more quality time.
I miss cuddles.
I have to do my filming when my husband is off work. I have to edit during my baby's naps and try out one new recipe every week. I know I'm overcommitting, haven't I? No, this is all doable. This is doable. I'm kind of doing a lot of this already. Anyway, daily pages then. I'll be tracking. Right, so this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna be having a cold shower every day. So I'll have a warm shower and rinse myself off, and then have a cold shower after it for like at least a minute.
Taking cold showers has gained popularity in the mainstream in recent years thanks to people like Wim Hof, who have had great results and influence in teaching its benefits in the mainstream media, as well as evidence from research and studies showing that cold showers can be highly beneficial.
I'm doing Wim Hof breathing, and I will cover a lot of that in this series. If you want to look up Wim Hof, do. He is fascinating. I'll have one of my friends on to explain more. Hello! She'll explain more because she does like workshops and stuff. Back from your walk?
Yeah, I have a possibly hungry boy here.
A hungry boy? Okay.
Sounds.
Sucky sounds? Okay, 2 seconds. I have to drink at least 1 fill of my 2-litre water jug every day. I have boxes to tick for a walk. Did I do a poop? Did I take my supplements? Did I do my skincare? Did I tidy? Which is optional. I don't really care about the cleanliness at the moment. Did I do my writing and my work? What was I grateful for? And then my to-do list. Alright, I'll feed you now. Saturday morning, eyes are hanging in the back of my head. It's a frosty morning and I'm out for a walk with my dad. We're in the same social bubble because dad lives on his own, but baby's teething. Oh, and I just feel like I just don't know what to do. I just keep washing my hand and putting like my knuckle in his mouth so he can chomp on it. I read something the other day about how mammies, mothers in general, are the most productive people in the world. And Dad, do you remember how bad I was before I had him?
Yep.
I would procrastinate so much. Since I had the baby, I have to work everything in and around his multiple naps a day or I'll have no life. So it really, really does help me be very structured. About to turn it to cold. The cold shower thing's not easy, so I'm just focusing on the fact that it increases alertness. It's good for your skin and your hair. It's meant to be really good for your immune system and your circulation. And it's great for stress and sore muscles, you know, that comes along with having a new baby. Another day in lockdown, another bowl of fucking soup. Remember eating out? Because I don't. Delicious. Greetings, lovely people. I am sat here in a probiotic face mask, going through my skincare collection and trying to pick out what I want to be using this month. As you're probably aware, we have rebooked our wedding ceremony, so we are married, but if you're new around these parts, the whole actual thing couldn't happen with COVID and all that, so we kind of figured, we'll do it 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, it doesn't matter, it's just a big fancy party. But as we were only a week out from the wedding when we had to cancel it, and it was right at the start of the pandemic, we weren't able to get all of the money back. So there was about 8 grand up in the air, and then 5 grand that was spent that we will never get back, unfortunately. But then there was purchases like my wedding dress and stuff like that that we could still make use of if we have the day. We don't want to lose another 8 grand, so we're just having it again March 2022. So I have quite a long time to get my skin back into the condition it was in before I was due to have the wedding the first time round, because your girl here had been working hard on the skincare. I was getting microneedling treatments. I was so on top of my routine. I was doing all the steps every day. My skin was in the best condition that it had ever been in, but COVID fog and all of the happenings of last year, you know, birth, I let it slide big time. I'm really sad that I did, because it's just such a lovely little me time self-care hobby that makes me feel really good, makes me feel relaxed, pampered, but like relaxed being the main one. So Mr. Straightener, you go over there. These products obviously can interchange and stuff, but it's more so like the steps that matter to me. So I've told you this before, but a lot of the time I just use water to wash my face in the morning because I don't really need much more than that. But if I am washing it in the morning, I'm just using the Gentle Skin Cleanser by Cetaphil. Simple and cheap and effective. And then glycolic acid is something that works really, really well for me and my skin type. So, well, right now anyway, my skin is like the driest it's ever been. Ever after birth. It's just a joke. It'd probably be a lot worse if I hadn't been spraying it with rose water. That was like the only skincare ingredient I was using for a long time. I'll be using vitamin C a fair bit, and now I did get started on this in December. These little peptide C vials from Vichy are not just adorable, like, you know, you get to pretend you're a giant with a little wine bottle. What's wrong with me? Anyway, so one of these vials, that's about 3 facefuls of vitamin C, and it's so good. I noticed a very immediate difference in the glow of my skin upon applying these. So like you kind of, I'll just show you how it opens. So you go, but then it stays open. So I usually like sit it up on my skincare thing in the bathroom. I'll just bounce it on the bed frame, but And then I need to make a reel on Instagram about this, but essentially what I have learned about hyaluronic acid, which is in the Vichy Mineral 89 serum. I have loads of hyaluronic acid serums, but this is the one I'm using at the moment. It's really good. Fortifying and plumping daily booster. Hyaluronic acid only really works if your face is wet. I'm pretty sure you can just put it on your face wet out of the shower or whatever, but I always have tins of this. It's the thermal spring water from La Roche-Posay, and yeah, spritz of this after vitamin C, and then hyaluronic acid, and then locking it all in with a thick cream. So this is my favourite moisturiser. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I love the smell. I love how it absorbs. It has SPF, so this is just a perfect moisturiser, really. Like, I went through a tub of this at some point in pregnancy, and yeah, my skin loved that. For the evening times now, there's a lot more products than these in my collection, but these, I'm just showing you like the steps here. So a cleansing balm, not just once but twice, to remove makeup and cleanse the skin. Always have to cleanse twice in the evenings. Most nights I apply a skincare oil to my face. I have loads of different types of oils there. And then a couple of times a week I want to keep with the face massage. I got back on top of this recently, and it makes my face just look less puffy. So a roller for a more gentle massage, and then a gua sha tool to go a bit more hardcore. I might make a little video about this on Instagram or on here. I do have one about face massage in general. And then yeah, if I'm not using the oil, I'd use a moisturizer. This is my ceramide cream. It's nearly gone, from Pixie. This stuff's amazing. But the one thing I want to try this month that's a bit different, this is just Vaseline. It's petroleum jelly, and this is what's used for slugging, which is a K-beauty skincare trend that's meant to prevent transepidermal water loss and keep moisture in your skin. It's meant to be amazing for dry skin.
When you see people saying that petroleum is bad for your skin, tell them to shut the fuck up. No, be polite about it. Please, may you shut the fuck up, please. This skin healing and protecting technique has been around forever. It's been done for years, and people are just starting to share this technique and let people know that they're doing it. Cosmetic petroleum jelly is highly filtered, highly refined. Keeping that water content, that hydration locked into your skin is generally a good practice. Hydrated skin is dewy, it's plump, pores look more refined, fine lines are less obvious. It's a great anti-aging tactic.
I'll let you know through the month and through the video if it does anything, but you use a pea-size amount on top of like your moisturizer or your oil or whatever as a final step. Like, this acts as an occlusive, like a skin protectant. It is refined petroleum, so it's perfectly safe. It's also non-pore clogging. It's a proven protectant, and an awful lot of skincare experts all over the internet rave about this whole slugging thing. They don't recommend it if you've got active acne. This stuff is so cheap, and some of the women I have followed who have raved about using Vaseline on top of their skincare products at nighttime, like, their skin is just, it's just luminous. Like, so let's see if this works. It's my third night doing slugging, so I'm taking about this much, and then I essentially just smear it all over. Like, a slug has just crawled all over my face, and that's it. And then I go to sleep, and I have been noticing that when I wake up my skin looks a bit more dewy than it has been. Well, that's not hard. It has looked like the Sahara Desert. How are you? Team Reset, Resetters, what do we call you? Reset family. Baby is napping. Have a yoga mat and some weights. Everything in my body wants to lie in that bed beside him and scroll on my phone. Everything in my body wants to do that. Will that make me feel good? Maybe, temporarily. Will it make future me feel good? Nah, I don't think I'm going to be thanking past Melanie Murphy for sitting scrolling news articles. Instead, what I'm going to do while I have half an hour more is stick on an audiobook and do some very light strength training. Sure, look, I know a lot of you are just couch potatoes right now, and it's okay. A lot of us have been in the same boat, but if you're struggling to get up, just remember this face, this pale Casper face telling you to do it. Just do it. Do it now. Or after the video. You don't have to do it right now. I have loads of stuff downloaded on Audible that I haven't listened to yet, but I think I'm going to go with this because I could get this listened to within a couple of days. A summary of the power of now. Quite fitting for where we're at mentally. My son is asleep. Oh, Hallelujah. Shower didn't end up being quite so relaxing because, again, clumps of hair coming out. This postpartum hair loss thing, I am not handling it very well. I keep noticing like the receding hairline, like it's just so much thinner now when I wrap my hand around it. I'm very, very concerned. I cleansed my skin with the Blue Moon Sunday Riley cleansing balm. This is my favourite cleansing balm ever. It's just gorgeous smell. It does a really good job at cleansing your skin, taking away makeup and stuff. But I'm not going anywhere today, so I'm just gonna do a kind of an oil situation. I've already put some jojoba oil all over my body skin, and then I'm gonna use oil on my face and give it a bit of a face massage while I'm sat with my baby while he's napping. Check this out. This is by Teamy. It's their repair oil, but it has like little flowers in there. Tea infused chamomile flower, and I think there's jojoba oil in this too, but the ingredients of this are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to put some of this onto my face because Bish loves face massage. On days when I'm going nowhere, I love basting myself up like a turkey and using a cold massage tool. I do go from feeling like a bag of spuds to maybe mashed potato. Definitely makes me feel better. All year, friends, we're going to be working on these smile lines. Just doing this. I don't know if it does that. I've just seen a lot of skincare experts saying they do it, and so far so good on the wrinkle situation. I want to keep it that way. Oh yes, praise be. Oh my god, oh my god, yes please. Every time I touch my hair and every time I put in a bobbin, I'm going to have to order some scrunchies because I read that these kind of tight bobbins are more likely to pull extra hair out. Be like, look, if I just run my hands through it, I'm gonna be baldy, my friends. I'm going to be a baldy Sue. The hair falling out situation has just reached peak ridiculousness now. We're finding hairs in everything. There was literally 4 hairs in his nappy last night. Like I can feel them falling down my back.
I'm waking up with them in my mouth.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. We'll leave it at that.
This package arrived anyway, and I think this is my Viviscal stuff. I went a bit mad now. I bought like everything on the website essentially. Basically.
Save me.
Help me.
You're me 5 years ago.
I promise it was worth it for you. You tried these, didn't you, before?
I tried the shampoos. I didn't use there's like serum stuff, but there's like men's shampoo or something like that. I was using that for a good while. By the way, we do have a video coming about Thomas's hair transplant situation, but we're just kind of waiting for it. He's waiting for a bit of the regrowth so he can kind of show. We're gonna go for the walkies, mister. Raggedy raggedy goose, raggedy raggedy goose, raggedy 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 goose, and he loves juice. Viviscal hair growth program. So this was the main thing I wanted to get. They're the supplements, and it says the most clinically researched brand, maximum strength hair growth supplement. It has biotin in it. I know biotin's really important. I got the gorgeous growth densifying elixir, ultimate body boosting leave-in elixir for thicker, fuller looking hair. We're gonna go for a walk. Do you want to play with Mammy's supplements? You take 2 tablets a day for 3 to 6 months, 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. This is a 3-month supply, so we'll do 3 months and we'll see how we get on. He loves this. You know the way children, I love that about kids, like they prefer the packaging than what comes in the box. Oh, do you want this?
And then I got 2 of the Viviscal Gorgeous Growth shampoos and 2 of the conditioners. I'll use these next time I wash my hair, and I'll let you know what it turns out like after I blow dry it and stuff like that, and what it smells like and all that kind of stuff. It says factors which affect healthy hair growth: post-pregnancy, menopause, stress, genetics, medication, poor nutrition, overstyling and chemical treatments. So I'm also just going to try not style so much because, you know, it's not, it doesn't look that bad when I don't do anything to it.
You're a curly Sue.
You like my hair better when I don't. You only ever compliment my hair when I don't style it.
It's nice when it's wavy.
Coming for a walk with your baldy parents. You're going to be less baldy than me now with your hair transplant.
I'm going to be like Homer Simpson. I'm only going to have 2 hairs.
No, that's my thing to say. But yeah, like it's basically the way it works is they take all like loads of hairs from the back of your head and put them on the front of your head, but then the roots go in but the hair falls out, so all the hairs have kind of fallen out and now it looks like you've done nothing. But
I'm gonna eat your feet.
in a couple of months it'll grow out and then it'll look like something again.
Oh, it's a big smell. I'm gonna eat your feet.
This morning we're off for a very early walk. Make sure you're taking your vitamin D with the pandemic and everything that's going on. Just all of your supplements, really, like vitamins, minerals. We're able to boost our immune systems through lifestyle, and that's just, supplements is just one avenue. But I have it's gorgeous. It's a peppermint vitamin D spray by Better You. Daily oral spray, you just spritz one spray on your tongue, so I get excited to use that. It's kind of like having a jelly. Like, I love the little gummy supplements as well. They're for the children's, and I'm not a children, but I can buy them if I want because I'm an adult. It's never any less stunning anytime we come down. I used to walk along this beach and visualize like my children running along it and stuff years ago when I didn't even know if I'd get to have babies. And now I'm here with my little baby. It's my favourite thing, right? But basically Thomas used to call it when I'd be a weepy walkie. So what I would do is I'd pick like really nice music, usually like soundtracks or classical music, blast it in my headphones out on a walk, and I'd usually just cry, and I'd be thinking about the future and things that I was excited for to happen. And I'd just be sobbing, and Thomas would give out because I'd do it at night time, like in the dark.
Yeah, you do it at like 10, 11 at night in the pitch black, and I'd be like, you're there with music pounding through your headphones on your own in the dark down at the beach. Like, there could be a fucking murderer standing right behind you and you wouldn't even know because you'd be just there like, listen to Hans Zimmer like
yeah. But then after you said that to me, it really creeped me out. So one time I was on a walk and like a kind of a dark song came on, and I realised anyone could be creeping up tiptoeing behind me and I wouldn't know, and they could just grab me, and I started running because I got into a panic. I felt like I was hyperventilating and it was horrible. And like midnight, but it always felt like a very safe town. Like, you never really hear of anything like that happening here, but I know stuff like that can happen. So I've since stopped the weepy walkies in the darkness at night time.
yeah, you can still do them. You just do them,
but you're always with me on my walks now.
Yeah,
during COVID, Thomas hasn't been getting as many hours, so we're together.
You don't get to really lean into your weepy walks anymore.
Yeah, but that's where I do all my manifesting, baby.
Yeah.
I need to get on that for our house.
I need a few house tears.
Yeah. Didn't think I was going to get upset, but Thomas is just going in to get a bag of coffee and some fresh cream for us to make coffees at home. I just wanted to show you this. So this is my granny's old house, my nana. And it's been done up since she died. She died when I was 16. I think I showed this in a very old vlog years ago, but for those of you who didn't watch me back then, like, that's my dream house. Like, it's a little cottage someone else owns. I think it's an Airbnb now or something. But no, I just got really emotional there because the baby, and I think she's never gonna meet him, and I loved her so much. Like, I was so close to her. She was like an extra parent, you know. I would stay with her all the time. After my parents broke up, like, my dad worked on weekends and he worked like night shifts, so we would stay with her at night and then he would work at night and then we'd be with him during the day. I don't know how he didn't die. You doing for saying? But yeah, she just loved living there because she was just a little stroll from the bookshop and right beside the church, right in the middle of the town, right beside the supermarket, you know. Little trip down memory lane. Literally memory lane, because it's down lane. Ha ha ha. I'm so sorry if you've like lost a grandparent or anything during like the last year or so, because I was just thinking about that. Like, when she was dying, like, I was in the hospital and all her kids were around her bed, and
think just the idea that like so many people died in the last year and their families weren't allowed to be with them and stuff. I don't know why I'm thinking about all this. We're nearly in the car, mister. Just kind of hit me because I was thinking about her yesterday. I was talking to one of my aunties on the phone.
It's another morning. Got 8 hours sleep last night. It was broken sleep, but
Right now he's hardly napping at all. It's becoming really hard to get worky things done during the day, but I'd take the night's sleep over him not napping any day. All week I've just had more energy even to just play with him and everything, and I haven't been as grouchy. Last night now, 8 hours. It was in a slot of like 5 hours and then an hour and a half and then an hour and a half, but I haven't had that since I gave birth to him. Did not have it in my 3rd trimester either, so I don't know how long it's been since I had an 8 hours sleep. I've been getting to do my skincare every morning thanks to this play mat. I got loads of baby books. Some of them are just these sensory ones for like really small babies. Gave him the fruit one because we're about to have some fruit with our breakfast. This is the only music we really get to listen to most of the time now. This is my favorite.
Do you remember our vlogs used to be travelling to Gibraltar and climbing up the rock, or travelling to Seville and eating local cuisine?
Canada to a red carpet film festival. Now it's this. Dun, 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 doo, doo. Dun, 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 dun. Just popping on real quick to say, so it's the end of a day and this makeup has been through a workout and a walk and everything, and skin isn't looking half bad. I feel like I'm having a good skin day. Like, it feels and looks more hydrated than normal, so I think the slug-in with the Vaseline at night is actually helping. Our wedding anniversary is coming up and I got this man a present that I'm very jealous of. I've got baby sick on me, so just ignore that. It's called a Garmin Forerunner watch. It does so many different things, but one of the things it does is tell you your stress levels and your oxygen, blood oxygen levels and all that. Would it pick up if you're sick then, before you're sick? Like, before you know you're sick?
I'd say if you knew how to read the stuff, because you have to, that's what I was saying, like you have to wear it for like a while for it to kind of average, see what your body's like resting.
Yeah.
And then it'll start giving you accurate readings. Like right now it's telling me I'm stressed nearly all the time. So I either am, or it's just getting used to my level of stress.
His stress was really high when he was in work, and then it was really low when he came home. It's out of 100, isn't it? And it was only 12 when he was back here, and it was really high. But mine, I just put mine on and it said 93. So I don't think that's accurate. Well, I am very stressed about...
Well, then it is accurate.
Not very stressed, but like, I have work to do in and around the baby today, like send off a brand deal video, bunch of emails, family stuff, like, but there are things
I think
stressing
the stress
me, and
levels,
writing.
See, I think when we think of stressed, we think of like nearly having an anxiety attack.
Yes.
That's when we think of stress.
Yeah.
But realistically, stress is when you're putting like the kind of stress you put on our bodies every day, you know?
Yeah. What I did notice though is I started doing deep breaths and it was like clearly coming down. It went down from like 90 something down to like 70 something within 4 or 5 breaths or something. I'm gonna have to really do these little meditations every day. I'm gonna start using this Calm app because it is amazing. When you open it up, it has this lovely nature sounds and it has sleep stories and meditations and stuff on it. So if I click meditate, and they get like different celebrities and all to read off things. It's so cool. Oh, love and relationships. Dating courageously. Letting go into sleep. I'm kind of half thinking I want one, but then it's not very like cool looking, is it, on me? Do they come in rose gold or silver?
I don't think so. I think you can only get black.
I've got The Princess and the Goblin on YouTube. This whole movie has been uploaded to YouTube and I adored this when I was little, and I am playing it in the background while I help my little man sit. So I kind of like let him hold on to my hands and then I pull him forward because he keeps, it's like he's doing ab crunches. He keeps trying to sit up. This is the look today. I've got mascara because I was rubbing my eye. I've got baby hairs galore. As I said, one of the things I really want to prioritize this month is mammy time and just one-on-one time with this little man. And I'm vlogging even looking like this because this is just the reality of it. One thing I wanted to say that I always try and do when I'm with baby is to just not be on my phone. It's so important for me to not get distracted by any work stuff, any social media stuff, any news stuff when I'm with him. I think it's nap time, so then I get to have a shower, cold shower once again. Has to be done.
Cold showers are good for mommy, but while they're happening they don't feel good. They will make her healthier and they make her more awake.
This is the level of multitasking we're at. Little fella's having a play on his playmat and I just keep, you know, gooing and gahing with him and showing him his stunning reflection in the mirror. He just always beams at himself. At the same time, I have a face mask on. I've just gotten back from a walk, chugged a load of water, and I am writing down some ideas for my book, like some random plot lines just kind of came together as I was on the walk. Yeah, sometimes if I just play music, everything slots into place in my head. If I think about my story, that's how I wrote my whole first novel, if only. One thing I've learned about myself from having a baby is that I suit being an early riser. Like, we get up anytime between 4:30 and 6:30, and I just feel like it's so much easier to get stuff done in a day and go to bed feeling productive and not like a waste of space when you've actually been getting up really early. Because I know earlier in the year when I was pregnant and at the start of the first lockdown and all, we were sleeping for like, oh, I don't know, 10-12 hours a day, and I was getting up at like noon. Even if you stay up late, then for some reason my brain thinks of the evening time as like downtime, relaxing, watching shows or reading a book, whatever it is, but not actually doing anything, like not doing work, not walking, like self-care, like cleaning, just anything. Nothing gets done for me past a certain point of the day. But yeah, that's something obviously that I have no choice in anymore, is getting up early, and it really works for me. So if you're struggling with your own schedule or your own motivation, like, try getting up early, check out the sunrise, have a cold shower. The cold showers, man, I'm not finding them any easier, but I'm sticking with it, which is good. But I'm supposed to be extending them and I haven't been. I've only been doing like 30 seconds each time because it's just so hard.
Does mommy look like Shrek? Does mommy look like Shrek?
Right, Viviscal update. I used the shampoo and the conditioner and that kind of elixir stuff. And now after the wash session, I did have a hair loss situation. Obviously, these products don't stop the hormones that are making the hairs fall out, but they just are meant to make your hair kind of look thicker and stuff like that. And I definitely think it has more body than usual, so I'm going to keep using those with the supplements. Here's Mr. Man. We're actually just off down to get a fundraiser photo. So right, we all know that lockdown's having awful effects on everybody, but Thomas was reading an article about how many children, like neglected children, are showing up at hospitals right now, with all sorts of stuff wrong with them. And like all over the world, there's been a huge percentage increase in children showing up with stuff like head injuries and all this. But this specific hospital was talking about kids just showing up with, like, what was it, like really bad cases of head lice and...
Yeah, just like lice and scabies and just the types of things that you wouldn't really expect kids nowadays to deal with on such a level. And it's just because, you know, like, we're in a situation where there's the whole homeschooling has to happen and we're in lockdown, but as a result, you know, a lot of these kids who are in vulnerable situations just aren't getting the help they need. So I'm doing a fundraiser for Bernardo's Ireland, who basically work with these types of kids and work with families and communities and schools, just to help kids with their social growth, their education, their just everything, basically just looking after kids' welfare in Ireland.
So proud of you.
So it's feckin' Baltic out, but basically what I'm going to do over the next few months is train for a 10k swim. I did a
marathon back in 2012, but since then I haven't really done much in terms of cardio fitness, so it's a bit out of my comfort zone and it's feckin' freezing, but sure, it's for a good cause.
I'll leave the link to donate to Thomas down in the description box, and I would love it even if everyone who watched this video gave like €1 or a $5, anything that you can spare, it would be incredible. It would make such a difference to so many kids. I'm going to start it off by donating. I'll give you €200.
Ooh.
And I would really love if you could get behind him, because you know, he's not getting to do many flights with work because of the situation, and he's putting his time to good use. This is a very nice start to Project Reset. Yeah. I want to do something as well, but I have to mind the baby while you're training for the swims, and I can't swim.
You learn how to swim.
I can't swim. I'm having my cold showers, right? That's my contribution. Okay. I'm experiencing the cold with you.
Yeah.
I posted about it an hour ago and it's over $1,000 already.
I've already hit the target.
Yeah.
So I've had to do a new target to keep going. But yeah, I'm warming up with some soup.
Yeah.
First swim went well. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
It's big dance time, but I just wanted to mention these bits that La Roche-Posay sent out. They sent my son a skincare gift. He's already on the PR. La Roche-Posay are widely recommended by dermatologists, but this has been great for his cradle cap, which is like the gungy stuff babies get on their scalp. Lipid replenishing cream wash. Yeah, it says for newborns, babies, children and adults with severe dry skin. His cradle cap was really bad, but if you kind of wash this in, leave coconut oil on it for like a few hours, and then wash this in and then brush it with a little baby brush, and it's basically all gone. The temptation to pick it is strong in me.
But we don't.
No, I wanted to.
No.
I know, and I just wanted to.
Mama splash. Big splash.
Do you remember when I was in labour and I was in this bath? I hadn't laboured in this bath, and we had like a little emotional cry. I was just like,
Yeah.
we were listening to soundtracks, and I just had this real emotional moment of like, whoever it is will be here soon. Oh, it's too big for his baby bath now. We birthed a monster.
Wow.
Fucking Ronan. It's a winter majesty.
What does that even mean? You keep saying that. What does it mean?
It's winter majesty.
So we got back from our walk. I'm just up in the office attic now. I'm here with my friend Mr. Pringle. Made a small bit of effort before I have a call with my friend Hannah and my friend Callum. But yeah, I was opening PR packages, and Vichy, like the skincare brand, had sent a bottle of their 89 serum, like the hyaluronic acid serum. I'm already using that, which I showed earlier in the month. I absolutely love it, but it came with all these organic fruits and veggies and stuff. This huge, enormous box from a family farm, and I put the veg to good use and made a big batch of soup, and it turned out gorgeous. It was kale and carrot kind of spiced soup, but it was so much nicer than I expected it to be. So I just had a nice bowl of that with some buttery toast, and I've scheduled in some time today to catch up with friends, because with a baby and working and the writing and everything else, I have to plan these things ahead of time. And most of my closest friends, I try and chat to them like at least once a month on a face call, and then texts or voice messages in between. And I have been shit since I had the baby. That's like a big thing I'm trying to be better at this year.
It's been almost a year and my virginity's like healed over.
Whether you have health issues or not, or whether you have children or not, your sex life is going to change throughout your life. Like, it doesn't make any sense for your sex life to be exactly the same. Like all of us, just think of the first time we had sex. Our sexual debut. How weird would it be if our sex life now was the same?
With an
like some again
inspiration.
now, please.
Yeah, you're just going through a phase.
Just in a phase.
Just temporary.
So it feels like the middle of the night to me. It's only 8 p.m. That's because we get up so early with the baby. I'm down in what I'd call our storage room in the attic. It's always a mess. There's just stuff thrown everywhere, but I'm doing some writing in here because it's close enough to our bedroom in case baby wakes up looking for a feed or anything. Thomas is sitting in with him, so I don't even have the baby monitor. I have no disturbances. Yeah, side note, my hair is so curly looking, like it looks really naturally curly, and I just let it dry. It feels a lot fuller like this than when I straighten it with the whole hair loss situation. But yeah, I just wanted to say, I know a lot of you love reading and you also enjoy writing, or you want to write a book, like you have a book in you, you have a story, or you just have an itch that you want to scratch and see how it goes, how you are at it. Like, and I'm of the belief that anyone who wants to write should just do it. It doesn't matter if it's shit, you never know, it might be amazing, it might be alright, and regardless, if you start and you practice, you will get better over time. Like, I know that in 10 years anything that I write will be a lot better than what I'm writing now, but sure, I'll never get there if I don't go through all of this tedious learning. And you know, writing, it's a job. It's really, really hard. It's not like someone, like any of us, just kind of sit down, we know everything that's going to happen and we just piece it all together and it's just some big magical glorious process. Like, it's not like that at all. It can be the most complicated, like it's just like problem solving and writing loads of stuff and then realizing it doesn't work and then getting rid of it and then starting again. And it's a wonderful hobby, but especially like as a job, for me it's, you know, a whole income stream, so it's part of my job and I need to treat it like that. I need to, you know, set aside time for it. I could very easily be in watching Netflix right now, relaxed with a glass of fake pretendy wine because I don't drink anymore, but no, I'm in here and it's cold and I'm writing a very difficult scene. I don't even know what's going to happen at the end of this chapter. I have no idea. Like, I'm getting to know my characters as I write, and that's the beauty of it though. Like, there is something so special and wonderful and unique about the experience of writing a story. Unfortunately, writing this book just slipped down my priority list in, like, during the end of my pregnancy and then when baby came along, obviously. But now that I'm able, I want to have a bit of respect for the project and I'm setting aside time in the evenings, even if I just come in here and think about the book for an hour, or like jot down random little things that come to me, or watch or read or watch things that I think might inspire something in me. That is enough, but I have to do something toward it every day. That is the only way my first novel ever got finished. And with the first book that I wrote, which was non-fiction, I wrote that in like my mid-20s, for teenagers, but like that one, oh, I really did not enjoy writing that at all. Maybe because it was about me and like shit experiences I've had, or likely mainly just like the way I was approaching it. I wrote it in all these different pockets of time and there was no consistent commitment to like chipping away. The last thing I wrote before I took a break away from this was a sex scene and I've spent the past few days kind of reading over everything that I've written so far, so I'm finally back to writing now. Oh my god, I keep visualizing holding the book being done. And even if you're not, like, if you don't have a publisher or whatever, I feel like, you know, anyone can self-publish now, or you can even just self-publish a few copies. Like, visualize that so hard. Like, imagine it already happened. It's what I do. Anything that I really, really want to happen, I put the image of that in my mind, and I think about it in as much detail as if it's a memory. I kind of think of time as if it's not linear, or as if like, this is when I was born and this is when I'll die, and I like to think of it as if all these things have happened already, but I can't see forward yet, but it has already happened. So I try and build that out or dictate that out with my mind. I feel like I have made some mad things happen
over the years, just where like I've just gotten fixated on something and I've been like, I want this to happen, I want to experience this thing, I want to experience this thing, I will experience this thing, and then it turned into, in my head, I have experienced this thing in my timeline, just not yet, and so I'll wait for it to happen. Like that is a big part of how I have gone about manifestation and stuff. I'm really rambling. I have to get back to this. I was supposed to be having a call with my mum, but we have rescheduled it for tomorrow, so I have a bit more free time for the book now. Today is another vaccine day for baby. I got so upset last time watching him cry, and I am dreading this, but it has to be done. I am just doing some deep breathing.
Yeah, cozy.
Did you give him his Calpol?
Oh no.
Well, no, I'll give it to him in the car. The timing is so bad as well. Like, the appointment is for 10. He's due a nap, so he's already grouchy. So we're going to go for a drive for half an hour to try and like make him fall asleep before we have to go into the doctor's office. And I'm nervous as well because I know some people down there have had COVID, like people who worked there. So it must be quite easy to catch this new variant. So we've got the cloth mask. The drive did nothing. He's still wide awake. Shit.
I'm just gonna put a ticket on the car.
Oh, I feel stressed. The deep breathing, I don't think I did it for long enough. Like, I don't want to be stressed because babies can pick up when you're anxious and stressed. They can pick it up, and everyone's advice online is to stay as calm as possible for them. You know, when you're younger and like your parents are the world, they're everything, and seeing your parent like upset or scared or anything like that just is terrifying when you're small. So I'm just gonna go in and smile and be like, ah. If like the last time I can't stop tears coming, then shit happens. I'm gonna do my best though. Because he was fine after the last one. He was like, he didn't even get a temperature. He had a long nap, but he was fine. He wasn't in pain. He only cried for like a few seconds and stuff, so I don't know why. I don't know why I'm getting worked up. Ugh. It's takeaway night and we've decided to sit on the floor because as I said in our Q&A recently, we bed share with baby, and because he's so massive and he loves to sprawl out, it's essentially his bed now. And if we want to watch a show and eat our food in bed, it's just a bit of a shit show. So even when he's that small, he's pushed us onto the floor. I'm gonna show him this when he's older. We've ordered a combo of delicious Italian style pizza with buffalo mozzarella and sweet potato fries and gnocchi garlic bread. We are watching It's a Sin, and if you've not seen it, you can stream it on All 4 for free. It is so good.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's unreal.
Really good.
It's about when AIDS first like broke out. Very emotional, but we've had an emotional day, so it's an emotional cherry on top.
Yeah, this takeaway is just a bit of a pick-me-up because no one can fly right now because of COVID, and as a result I don't go into work that much anymore. So kind of just sitting here hoping that the Irish government will
give
help,
some funding,
give some help, a helping hand to the aviation workers and the tourism workers.
So yeah, we've been having this little takeaway once a week. It's our new thing. All month we've been having it. I'll be having takeaways once a week all year, as I always have, because sure, what's the point if you can't have a little cheeky takeaway one night a week? Sometimes 2 nights a week, let's be totally honest. So I'm finishing up the vlog now, and do you want to show them your wetsuit for your little challenge?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I'm about to head in for another training session. I'm slowly building up. I'm hoping to do 1 kilometer today. Don't know how long it'll take, but right now I'm just trying to get used to actually swimming in the sea. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's donated to my fundraiser for Bernardo's Ireland so far. We've smashed it. I originally just wanted to raise €1,000. We're already over €2,000. We're, I think, 2,065 as of today.
And you have until May, isn't it?
I'm giving myself until May to get this down because I'm not a swimmer, you know. Like, I need to get ready. Hopefully it'll be sooner than May though, if I get good anyway. So to keep the fundraising effort going, considering I haven't even done 1 kilometre yet and I've already doubled the target, I've put it up to €3,000 now, and we're just going to see if we get there. But honestly, I'm absolutely gobsmacked already at how much we've raised. So
give Daddy a thumbs up. Baby thumbs up for Daddy. Yeah.
I'm just going to keep working and get myself up to the 10k, and thank you for everyone who donated. And if you haven't donated, please check out the link. It's probably under the video, isn't it?
It's down under the doobly-doo. While you do your swim, I'm gonna walk my son and talk to my son and get myself a nice apple pastry thing and have a nice walk.
Get me a pastry thing.
You want one too?
Yeah.
Little treat for when you get out of the sea?
Yeah, I'll be chilly.
Okay. Please let me know if you liked this video, and any feedback would be brilliant. Like, what do you want to see more of? What do you not want to see more of? Oh, are you ready? I'm really happy to be vlogging again. Oh, mister. Looks like the lockdown's going to be extended to March, so my plans to get back into the gym, I don't really know what's going to happen, but sure, we're just going to roll with the punches together.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, and I can swim.